Well, good morning. Welcome to Crosspoint. Boy, this is a good crowd here today. Just welcome each one of you. I'm glad you're here today. Today is a really special day for Edith and I and Kylie and Mackenzie. Today begins our 7th year ministry here. Can you believe that? That's just really cool. And I mention that because 7 is a good number. 7 is a number of perfection and completion and blessing and prosperity. So I just want you to believe with us that we're getting ready to go into the best year of ministry we've ever had here at Crosspoint together. Amen? Amen. All right. Can we just affirm that by shouting, "Yay, God," on the count to 3? 1, 2, 3. Yay, God! Well, and I am believing God for that. I want to start this morning by just telling you a little bit of story from Edith and our life. So I've got some pictures here to go along with this. Back in 1981, Edith and I met with a gospel group called Bridge. We toured. That's me there at the piano, all that hair, and I'm kind of looking at that girl there on my left. That's Edith right there, that skinny girl, and that's me at the piano. Can't recognize us, can you? But anyway, we fell in love the year we were traveling on the road, and we decided to get married. So we left the road and set our wedding date for January. We thought that would give us some time to plan our wedding. Well, go to the next picture. And so we spent some time with Nashville. I'm trying to look really cool there. Look at that. Can you believe that? That's like 50 pounds ago for both of us. No, more for me. I should 20 for Enos, 50 for me, okay? But anyway, we did some concerts and hung out with friends, and we got to be together. And that was good for us because we were used to being together, 24/7 all the time. But then about, 6 weeks after we left the road, Edith went home to Kansas. Edith went to Indiana, and I went to Kansas. And actually, the separation was really tough on us. Edith did better than I did, though, because she went home and she immediately started working. She went to work at a daycare. I don't have a picture of that, but she went to work at a daycare that she had worked at prior to going on the road, and I went back home. And what does a musician do in the middle of Kansas? I mean, there is nothing to do. And so it kind of got depressing for me because I was getting all these phone calls. That's when everybody was touring. I mean, everybody toured. I was getting all these offers to go on the road and tour. But when I would say, well, I'm getting married in 4 months, they were going, hey, we're looking for somebody that wants to tour for, a couple of years. And so after a while, this got pretty discouraging. And so one night, I called Edith sometime in October. We'd been apart for, maybe 6 weeks or so. And I said, man, I'm really struggling. I said, I miss you so much. I don't even know how to handle myself. We had been together for 365 days straight, every day. And I said, plus, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I'm turning down all these offers. I said, is there a way that you could just come here to Kansas and pick me up and take me back to Indiana and let me stay with you and your family until we get married? And so she said, yeah, we can do that. I've got a wonderful wife. Sure, we'll be there tomorrow. My dad will take off work, I'll take off work, and we'll be there tomorrow. And so I was so excited, and I couldn't sleep that night. I was so anxious to see Edith. And so the next morning, I got up and milked the cow. Remember, we lived on a farm. Seriously, got to milk the cow. I got pretty strong hands. I milked the cow, and I mowed the yard, tried to make it look real nice for Edith and her dad. Went for a run. You saw me back in those days. I was pretty light, 38-inch chest, 28-inch waist. And did some push-ups and set-ups because I wanted to look at my best for Edith. And then, took a shower and got all smelling nice and got on my best clothes, tight jeans and t-shirt. I ran to the store and picked up some things for my mom and helped clean up the house and vacuumed and got all the rooms ready so everything would just be perfect for Edith and her dad. And then my mom and I sat down and we planned out the menu of what we were going to eat. My mom is a great cook. And so we decided to have this steak that she makes, like she fries it on top of the oven stove for a while, and then she puts it kind of like in gravy in the oven for a while, you know, and lets it cook for 2 or 3 hours, and it's just melts in your mouth. So we had that, and mashed potatoes, of course, corn from the garden. You know, always have to have corn when I'm eating. And we had all this good stuff. I remember, especially, I like to cook, by the way, I made this refrigerator cake. You know, where you cook the cake and then you punch the holes in it and you put the Eagle brand or pudding or in it. And then we made real whipped cream. For those of you who've never been to a farm, whipped cream doesn't just come in a Cool Whip. You know, you can actually milk the cow and then get the cream cool and then whip that, and that's real Cool Whip. And I wanted that for Edith. And so we had everything planned, set the table out with all of our nice stuff, and then the wait began. And, you know, they were supposed to get there around 5, and so about 4:30, I start going to the window. Are they here yet? You know, 4:35, go to the window. Are they here? About every 5 minutes, I'm, you know, looking out the window. Are they here? And then, you know, I do that for several hours because about 7 o'clock, they're still not there. And anticipation and eagerness and excitement turns to nerves, and I'm thinking, oh no, what happened? Well, finally they call about 7:30 and they said, hey, we've been through this town called Bonner Springs, Kansas about 4 or 5 times, and we don't know where to go. Can you help us? Anybody hear of Bonner Springs, Kansas? Oh, okay, a couple of people have heard of Bonner Springs. And so I said, okay, get on 32 and head towards Lawrence, and when you pass County Road 587 or something like that, we are the next gravel road on the left. I said there's a big barn, red barn there, and if you'll go left there, our house will be approximately 2 miles on the right-hand side, a green farmhouse. You can't miss it. Well, so then I go back to the window, you know, looking. Are they here? Are they here? Are they here? About 8 o'clock or so, they come pulling over the gravel road, and I run outside and I swing wide the fence there around the gate around our farm, and they pull through, and Edith steps out of the car, and it's like I'm complete and whole again. And you know, we kissed and we hugged, and we kissed and we hugged, and we kissed and we hugged. Serious making out going on, you know, and everything was as it should be because we were